Okay, so let's see what Rayama has to say about becoming an ace. His smile reminds her of a wild animal. Not polite to compare people to animals, Nine.
I mean, that's...
You are human. Yeah, no, if that's the one thing we could say about Rayama.
He's very human.
He's very human. Oh, and now here's the real question for Rayama. She wants to know about the most important human emotion of all. So what's Rayama's idea of love? What the hell could I teach you about that? Yeah, this Rayama doesn't understand love.
Because he's had all of his hopes and dreams destroyed a long time ago.
Yeah, none of the Rayamas we've met in any of the SR games could ever teach her that answer. Also, can I just say I like her... I don't know how to...
He's actually a bit flustered.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe that face, like, when she's pouting. Actually, I think it's the first way to describe it. It's pouting, but it's also kind of like a resting bitch face. I hate to say that, because Nine is great. Nine has been my favorite character, like, original character in this game.
The fact that Rayama got flustered about that kind of shows a different side of Rayama.
I mean, the Rayama in Arc, we know Rayama does understand, because Rayama's son is the pilot for Getter Arc.
Yeah. Which means that man fucked.
And someone survived.
And someone survived.
Also, his kid, from my understanding, basically according to Hayato, his kid's adaptiveness with the Getter Rays basically points to him being exposed to Getter Rays in the womb. So my only conclusion is Rayama's radioactive.
Radioactive.
Though, to show how batshit insane his kid is, it's kind of a famous panel Ken Ishikawa drew in the original Getters. They give Rayama this giant-ass revolver, and Rayama says it's too small. He needs a bigger gun.
I need a bigger gun.
This same scientist survives the Getter Arc. He gives the same gun to Rayama's kid, and guess what his response is?
I need a bigger gun.
I need a bigger gun. He's like, oh shit, you are Rayama's kid. According to Nine, there was no mental control that she could detect. She doesn't think it's standard brain control.
Yeah.
But she also could tell they're not following him from the bottom of their heart. So first we need to defeat them, not talk to them. Nah, just beat the shit out of them.
Slap a bitch. It's what you've always wanted, Ange.
But wait, Hilda's not among them. Is it sad Hilda's no longer the biggest bitch?
Yeah, she actually... So, going through the trauma conga line that was Arsenal following, that's kind of what started having Hilda warm up to Ange.
Huh. I mean, granted. Okay, so that woman is the Nadesco A's doctor, and she's a Class A jumper.
Oh, okay.
And she was thought to have died in an accident, but she was in the Universal Century. Huh. Made a parallel Boza jump to an alternate reality. Oh, I have theories! I will save the theories, because they probably are going to explain it. But I think I know how she got here.
Same way that... Same way that Omaro ended up in AD.
That's... yeah, no.
Probably connected.
Probably. Oh, Tusk has actually got a pretty good custom bonus on his machine.
Let's see that shit.
Basically a plus 200 to most of his stats.
Ooh, that's actually really good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good general bonus for a standard suit. The Tuatha gets increased all damage by 300 and increased movement by 1. It's basic, but you know what? That's good.
That's still something.
I thought I was gonna laugh if it was something related to cruise missiles.
Whoa.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try to start deploying Vivian a little bit more.
Get some stats for her.
She's getting close to an ace bonus.
Yeah. That'd be cool. The small.
The dragon.
Yeah.
That's the one that surprised me the most, actually.
Yeah.
Can't fully upgrade Ptolemaios yet. Okay, here we go. Next mission. So, we're currently at... It's still crazy. Of all the places we could have gone, it had to be fucking Axis. Yeah, she never told anyone on this ship about her name.
Hmm.
Yeah, Bernage's the only one who actually overheard her being called Maneva. Because he heard it before he got into Unicorn. Wait, how do you... Oh god, please explain. What? I don't even... What is this? But everything... What is this? This is Nadesco. What and why? You know about this, Terraria? This is how they carry out briefings on board the Nadesco. You know what? I don't even have any more questions. I'm just confused. Of course Terraria would know. He's connected to a quantum computer. Not really that big of a deal. Here we go. Why do they treat this like it's some kind of show? Like, it's not just me, right? This feels like something you'd see at the end of a cartoon in the 2000s.
Hmm.
I need context. Akito explained. Yeah, a lot has been going
on. Vivian hasn't had a lollipop in her mouth for like the longest time.
Yeah, Vivian hasn't had a lollipop in her mouth since she came back from AD.
Weird.
Is that related to her turning into a dragon?
Yes, apparently it's...
Are the lollipops drugged?
It's able to suppress any involuntary transformation into her dragon form. She crossed over to the Mana Earth while she was still a hatchling.
Why do I have a feeling Commander Jill knew about this?
Oh yeah.
Jill seems to know the most about what's going on. We need to question her.
If only we knew where she was.
For Naja and Rayama look like they now have the fear of God. Wait. If we're doing this, then let's get started. Okay, everyone, I am not happy about this. She's totally misread the room. Can I just say, she's confused, everyone else is scared, and Eureka looks happy as shit. What the fuck is going on in this game? What? Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you didn't drop out. I don't know what's happening. I feel like I've been keeping pretty good track of the story so far. But this is just batshit. Yeah. So then, let me explain things. The motto of doom. Yeah. So how did she survive? Half true, half misunderstanding? The orders of Chairman Akatsuki of the Nurgle has been searching for the lost Nadesco, and in particular the calculation unit. Okay, so we are aware of that. That's why they tried to create their own with Eureka. They did find the Oh, so they actually found the Nadesco, but then they were attacked. So okay, so she did a boson jump with the calculation unit, which ended up as a parallel boson jump. But so did she end up here by luck? Why do I smell copper? Okay, say I go back to kill my mother. Right then, I create a world without my mother, and thus without myself. And in that moment, I am no longer part of that universe. Oh! Okay, so it's a self-correcting paradox.
Okay.
Basically, it just creates a whole... It's for those who are confused, it's Dragon Ball. So say Trunks goes back in time and stops the androids, his world still keeps going as it was, but there's now a world where the androids are dead.
Yeah.
If that were so, then existing when your mother died before you were born would be a paradox. But anyway, the time travel involved in a pose and jump will allow that kind of paradox for you to exist before your mother is born. I mean, before you are physically born. I don't really want to find out what would happen to someone in that mom killing situation. Okay, agreed. Yeah, so what does that have to do with this? Parallel boson jumps are... Okay, so a normal boson jump would affect your universe as it was, but you would create a new universe that creates paradoxes. That's the one where we go cross-eyed and smell copper. Parallel boson jumps allow for the paradox to occur and cause Dragon Ball syndrome. I have a feeling the unnatural element in the system allowing for it is the Draginium. If I'm a betting man. Okay. Okay, so she used the Nadesco's calculation unit, broke through the barriers, and wound up on Access. And Omaro ended up on the Nadesco. Okay, so yeah, this was my theory. It was when the Access shock occurred, she did the jump. So basically the calculation unit touched Omaro's consciousness and basically said, hey, let's swap places because Saikamu seems to have some kind of sick sense of humor. Like, seriously.
So like I thought,
yeah.
She swapped with Omaro.
So yeah, we both had the theory, but it's nice to see it's verified.
Yeah.
Theory always loses to reality. Yeah. Holy shit, she's alive. So, yeah, she's from Char's counterattack. She had a thing for Char. Of course, because it was Char, it was kind of unrequited.
Yeah. You know, considering that Omaro's still alive...
I wouldn't be too surprised. Oh, Char doesn't seem to be alive. It instead seems to be full frontal.
Yeah. But I mean, like...
Of all the people, Miguel here, it makes the most sense since she was still close to Char.
Yeah. I was just gonna say... Wonder if somehow he ended up in AD as well. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just curious.
I have a feeling, like, just knowing SR, I have a feeling if Char was alive, we'd have seen him by now.
Yeah, there would have at least been more mention to him.
I think
outside of just Omaro.
I think Full Frontal is taking his place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was also part of the Neozeon new type research, and she met Quest, and I forget if she met the Perus. No, that was before her time. If I remember correctly, her first appearance is Char's counterattack. Ooh, we're discussing... Okay, the reason he tried to drop access onto Earth was not to exterminate humans. It was to reunite colonies in Earth and to bring about the end of war. He pulled a fucking Lelouch.
I mean, it's certainly a way to go about it.
For those who are confused what I mean by he was pulling Lelouch, he was basically doing a catastrophic event that would, in theory, reunite humanity. It didn't work. Yeah, out of pure ego, no one but him, not anyone, could believe that would work. Looks at Lelouch. Oh, wait till we get to X. His heroism and ambition, despair and hope, and his rivalry with Omaro. It really is something he'd do. There was so much going on during Char's counterattack that it takes a long time, and people have dissected Char and his motives. It is an interesting thing to theorize about and talk on, especially with the external media and their take on it.
Yeah.
In particular, his interactions with Master Asia are really interesting. Because Master Asia does have a very similar arc to Char. Just Master Asia has Domon to beat the shit out of him. Yeah, Char did agonize over the access string.
He wanted to see human potential, but...
he got lost in chaos. And then the last thing that would have been his final hope would have been the access shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. If either side wins this war, it's just gonna start another war, as we've seen. Like, Neozeon, I mean, for those who are confused, when the 1-year war ended, Zeon remnants stole the GPO-2 Gundam and nuked the Federation army. They won that conflict. They then in response, the Federation created the Titans, who then proceeded to abuse and suppress the Space Noids. That started the Grips conflict. In response to that, we had Neozeon. You kind of see how they just keep perpetuating. And yeah, no, that's the thing we've seen in NT. Audrey wants peace, but she does have she knows there are people who are against her, so she has a little shadow force going on, led by Bernager and Zinnerman. They also dealt a little bit with the Fennec. Yeah, because if I'm correct me wrong, this game is the equivalent of E for everyone in Japan. We cannot go into detail as to what the fuck happened to her when she was Peru 12. It is dark. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Who else did he say? Who's the other member? Holy shit. This man has had a better ending than he does in Unicorn. In Unicorn, he's with the Vis Foundation till the very end, and then he breaks down and basically...
Hey, Alberto.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's the head of Anaheim Electronics. Anaheim should be very familiar to anyone who knows Gundam, because
You've mentioned this in the past.
Yeah, the Anaheim builds Gundams.
Yep.
Or these standard standard Gundams. Oh, so yeah, Anaheim basically since the end of the 1 Year War has been playing both sides. And all because they were in bed with Amalgam. And it looks like Leonard's on some weird power trip. He is doing some weird shit.
Anaheim was actually part of Amalgam too in this timeline.
But then they were pushed out when Leonard decided to go on his ego trip.
Yeah. Yeah, why would he? That is kind of illogical.
He doesn't seem to be making logical decisions right now. And neither is what's her name? Not Miranda, the bitch who is fucking with Meridia.
Right, her. Anaheim has joined the Federation and hopes to annihilate Zeon. That's fair.
Because they did kind of perpetuate this war, because it has been known since the end of the 1 Year War, the Vis Foundation, which is part of Anaheim, has had the solution to end this war without blood. And they sat on it and used it to threaten the Federation government. And that is the secret of the Plaza's box. I'm down. What did he do? Oh, he was being bad dog tonight. Okay, put him here.
Yeah, I'm taking him.
Oh, okay then. Oh, I'm still streaming.
Gamer dog out.
Night, gamer dog.
The gamer dog is going to bed.
Yeah. There's those. My camera was freaking out because it was tracking my dad with a dog. Camille has been part of Laplace. No, that checks at
So
this
that's
point.
where he's been.
That explains why he keeps showing up at random ass times. You know what? I like this connection. I do like having of like the 4 shadow organizations running here, having them all being interconnected in some form, but then having Mithril be the outsider. And Anaheim did have connections with them, which had a connection to Wong Li. Yeah, so Camille was still scarred by battle, but he wasn't comatose.
Hmm.
Let me see if they mentioned it here, because they do in T's description. Yeah, in the last episode of the television series, Sekiro causes him to lose his spirit, and he is deeply hurt by these actions. But in the movie version, Camille is seen healthy and happy with Fa. I've mentioned in the past, the reason for this is the creator of Mobile Suit Gundam was in a very bad mental state when he did, it wasn't even that he was in a bad mental state, he just was having a very negative view of the world because of what was going on in the world at the time.
Right. Lost faith.
Yeah. And Gundam is very much has a lot of parallels to real world wars. I mean, Zeon can be seen as an allegory, especially during the 1 Year War. Zeon can be seen as an allegory for the Nazi regime of World War II. The Grips conflict and until the first Neozeon War could be seen as the Cold War. Because while there was a war, it wasn't between two factions. It was a rebel group, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that rebel group was led by a man who I trust wholeheartedly, and Camille trusts wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I mean, how could you not trust Quattro?
Look, as long as your name wasn't Zabi, you're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this war is just...
It's not like he could betray you. He's never on your side to begin with.
Yeah. And this is the other issue they keep having. A lot of the UC pilots have this issue. They act like killing the aces will end the war.
No.
Because Zeon has very much become an ideological.
Yeah.
So the only way we're going to fix this problem is we need to solve the fundamental problems.
Yeah, you have to make that bridge.
Which the main issue is making that bridge. Especially with this group. Yeah. So instead of... Yeah, no, she's the thing she's pointing out. They did not contact Neozeon. They did not contact the Federation. They contacted us. We are... Not only are we Londo Bell, we are the Yamato. We are the Nadesco. We are Mithril. We are celestial being. And you know what? This very much strikes a celestial being's code of conduct.
Because we are all outside of
this war's
the jurisdiction of either army.
And even while we have people who have fought with both armies, I mean, look at Omaro. He was a Federation soldier for years. Judao was AEU. Same with Camille. Londo Bell was a Federation force. Same with Nerve in this reality. But they are still not within... The Federation forces are not within that chain of command. And the rest of us are third parties.
Mm-hmm.
And Celestial Being, like I said, this is right up their alley. So, we want you to end armed conflict. You don't say. That's our specialty.
I'm sure Anj would get along with this plan.
Anj just started to chill the fuck out. She's no longer like... Anj, from my understanding...
Seems like ever since she got back from meeting...
Sala,
yeah.
From my understanding, Anj basically starts as a prim and proper princess, turns into full-blown angry murder bitch, and then calms the fuck down. Like, she kind of becomes just a... She basically goes from Rayama and Getter to Domon Kashu.
Mm-hmm.
Still enjoying fighting, but not letting it consume her anymore. Especially because, like, she kind of takes the Setsuna approach of, like, using fighting to change the world. Well, I say change the world, it's more so fighting because fuck this one man in particular. And, oh yeah, Glamis insurrection.
I sent you a few messages.
I have streamer mode on, so I can't. Yeah, no, you know what, I think we can talk about that.
Yeah.
So, at least based on the AMVs I saw, I kind of got that vibe too.
Yeah.
In past lives, Sala and Andra thing, okay, I'm gonna be blunt. Apparently, there was like a lot of lesbians in Crosshand.
Yeah, just look at Hilda. She's
egg
very
thirst.
Like, she's also she's bi, but not quite bi, because she does try to hit on Tusk.
But with her, that also could be a test.
Yeah. It's something, alright.
At least based on the interactions she's had with male pilots in this, I have a feeling she's had a bad history with men.
Oh, most likely.
Well, again, a show that literally says characters have no human rights. Yeah, bad shit's gonna happen.
Yeah. And considering that Hilda is a Norma.
Yep.
In that sort of situation, yeah.
If I had to venture,
I wouldn't be surprised.
If I had to venture a guess, the only one of the Crosshand team who has had the least rough life, I still think she's had a rough life, is probably Vivian, because she's found as a kid.
Yeah.
And basically,
she's not even a Norma.
She's a dragon, and she was pretty much, from what I could gather, raised by Jill.
Yeah.
So, like, she never dealt... Well, she dealt with the discrimination, but it was never as full frontal as full in her face as, like, say, Ange being attempted for public execution.
Yeah. Good idea, Mondo. Not the best execution.
Yeah. And that's why she was coordinating with Edson Riddy, but that bit her in the ass.
Yeah, Riddy...
To be honest, it wasn't just Riddy. It was also... He broke... It doesn't do a good job in this because of the fact that it's an OVA it's trying to use.
Mm-hmm.
The reason he broke, his father told him his family's history.
Right.
And their connection to Laplace. Which, going a step further, if there's a connection between Laplace and Amalgam... And now we're throwing Embryo into that mix.
Yeah.
It's
almost like this has been continued across multiple worlds now.
Yeah. It's weird. The AD and the UC world are heavily interconnected with each other. The outlier in it all...
It is NCC, but even then, NCC influenced UC.
Yeah.
In terms of its development of technology.
Which, granted, it didn't seem like it accelerated too much. It just was enough to put it on par.
Yeah.
The conflicts all still played out relatively the same until Amalgam got involved.
Because, of course, Amalgam would fuck everything up.
Yeah, when Amalgam got involved in the armed slaves, the Grips and Zeon conflict have turned out different. Also, I should mention, we are actually getting close. Pretty much after this stream, that's pretty much going to be one more stream for SRB, and then we move on to X.
Yeah.
And you know what? Oh, I will say, I have actually been enjoying this. I
like the multi-worlds and how it's all connected to each other.
Yeah, because they could have gone the lazy route and just, like, had them all be their own separate universe.
Yeah, and we could, if things go well, we could finally go back to our own world.
Like, that's the thing, we've been talking about this, but we haven't... Of all the worlds to get back to...
We need to get back...
to NCC.
and go to Iskandar.
Yeah. I mean, granted, the AD and the UC have their shit they gotta work out, especially with the fact that Embryo is now hopping between both.
Yeah.
That needs to be dealt with, because can you imagine? Embryo with Amalgam is bad. Embryo with full frontal.
Depends on how well those two egos can work together.
Full frontal is Char.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So full frontal is definitely not on Embryo's side. They'll just use him.
Yeah.
Plus, we have the cooperation of a Class A jumper with us.
So, I will say I apparently am... I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. Because I do have in my notes here... Because, like I said, I only have an incomplete flowchart, so it doesn't have what the objectives are or anything. I do have, like, marks for points. This next set of sub-scenarios are where things are going to get a little tricky.
Yeah.
Because there are two... It's impossible to get every unit on one run.
Yeah, because
This scenario.
depending on the routes, you won't gain access to certain units.
In particular, this one has a character split.
Yeah.
I think I know which one I'm gonna go with. Just because right now I'm kind of interested in how that story's... Like, in terms of, like, my decision-making for the sub-scenarios, it's been which story has got my interest more right now.
Right.
Normally, I'd go with the Unicorn scenario because I love Gundam Unicorn. I love Gundam in general. I'm more curious about the Crosshand story right now. Especially...
Okay, I will mention there is not much on the AD route that I'm seeing that will be unlocked.
For the split coming up?
Yeah.
I am seeing that, there is it's the only time you can finish what we started in the last mission.
Yeah. And that's about it.
Granted, going down the other one, I mean, okay, there are 3 route splits. One doesn't really give us much, so we can actually ignore the first one. It's the other 2 that are the concern.
Yeah.
I might just flip a coin to decide. Well, we got one.
If you go...
Oh, go.
If you go the space route, there's gonna be space AD and I assume UC.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know for sure.
But, according to my note, what I'm looking at, it's going to be stay in space, or go to AD. I kind of want to go to AD because we did stay in UC. I think I'm going to go to AD because we stayed in UC during the last run.
Okay.
It's also, I'm curious if Embryo's going to have what Embryo's interaction with celestial beings is going to be now that he's in the picture.
Yeah. We're probably going to deal with him regardless of what route we go on.
True, but
He just seems like that kind of big bad.
I mean, granted, Embryo's a pretty good choice. From what I've seen him in SRX, he's been pretty good. Because in X, he's gathered the forces from Reconquista.
And he's very clearly responsible for a lot of the conflict in this game.
Yeah, he's also got the forces from Buddy Busters. No, Buddy Complex. Oh, okay, we're actually... So she's getting to interact with her sisters. So Judah stops them from fighting and managed to save Peru. This means Judah doesn't have all that pain on his soul that he has by the end of Zeta. I mean, Double Zeta.
Good.
Technically, yeah, Peru is the big sis. She isn't play 12 anymore. It is weird being she's a grown woman and these two still look like teenagers.
Yeah.
Play. Yeah, they have a thing like that. They do that every so often. The Perus are like one of the prime examples of the tragedy of war. And her two adopted fathers are happy. I like all the captains. They're all pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Meridia did save Zinnerman. He was not in a good spot after the war when the Federation killed his family.
Mm.
People meet, fate changes. Yep.
I mean, just look at Hathaway.
Yeah, Hathaway.
This journey that he's been on with everyone else has dramatically changed his fate.
Yeah, because at least based on the interactions and the dialogue, I assume he's no longer on the path of Mafti. It just wouldn't make sense. And Omaro is admitting he's part of that problem. Oh, we're talking about this. Omaro was the one who killed her father.
Hmm.
You know what? She's giving a very mature and grown-up response. It was war. You need not carry the blame. Of all the people agreeing to side with her, the biggest one and the one that I think has the most weight behind it is Omaro. You know, since Omaro killed her father, he killed Char. He's been in this for years.
He's been responsible for so much.
He's the reason why the new types are treated the way they are. Yeah, now that they've sided with Londo Bell, and they have a full military force, yeah, no, Full Frontal will not let that stand. Yeah, so they've got their entire army deployed there, so it's going to be hard to take. There we go, we got the full armor parts for the Double Zeta. And Rue is telling Camille not to deploy in the Regis.
Mm-hmm.
I know what machine we deploy Camille in. There's only one machine he belongs in. I reckon the Zeta suits you better. I agree with this. Me and you make triple Z. Oh, that's such a bad pun, Judao. But also, I have a feeling the Zeta still carries pain.
Mm-hmm.
Let's deploy Spacebar, ship Yamato, and Ptolemaios 2. I should...
Who inherits the stars?
I did not mean to, but I was actually going to not deploy Ptolemaios. I should have deployed Tulatha. But choice has been made. Let's see.
The choice is yours.
Who inherits the stars? Well, based on the machines that... Okay, these new Gundam Jubilees, Gundam, the Castraya with Rydia, Vivian and her razor. And your... And the forcefully deployed units are Zeta Gundam with Camille and Double Zeta with Judao. Do you know what? This is a pretty solid team they got here. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. I haven't actually talked a lot about the production behind Double Zeta. Double Zeta wasn't used because its joints were incredibly weak. Like, one good shot to the joints would actually cause it to break apart. The full armor parts fix that. Oh, this is the first time he's been in Zeta since the Grips conflict.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah. The Zeta has always been applied to be a weird mobile suit.
Even for mobile suit standards.
Yeah. And I see a black mobile suit in that crowd.
I think you know what to do.
Gonna go after with Judao, the Perus, Camille, and Meridia. Actually, based on the machines and the location, I think this is supposed to be the parallel to the fight in Unicorn. A pilot's supposed to die here. Man, you look strung out as fuck.
Hey, did you gain Merida?
Yeah, I gained her last level.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm gonna kill her with him. I'm gonna kill him with her.
Good.
For anything, this is revenge. Because the character I was talking about who dies. Yeah, it's Meridia. Perus don't have happy endings in Gundam. If a character is ever introduced to the UC and you are told their name is Peru, they are going to die. And Jared is ready for this fight. What the fuck is he talking about? So I need to defeat both the... So I've got 4 turns to defeat both of them. And I have to defeat them in the same turn for SR. Okay, that's doable.
What was he talking about? What?
For the SR point.
No, what was he talking about?
Which one? Oh, Jared...
What the fuck?
Yeah, Jared hates, Camille.
Right.
Camille's introduction to him is the guy kind of made fun of Camille's name, and Camille went ballistic and punched him. And then the entire time Camille's been in a Gundam, he's been kicking his ass. So understandably, he hates Camille. But it's weird. We were told... And he thinks we're siding with Neozeon. Because, you know, we're at Axis. Neozeon's base.
Right.
It isn't a misunderstandable conclusion. I get it. Like, this isn't, like, the only one who's come to a conclusion that makes 0 sense is, Edson Riddy.
Mm-hmm. But that's also Edson Riddy.
Well, he is in the Banshee, which is not a good mobile suit for him to be in.
Like, it's really bad for your mental state, dude.
I mean, thankfully, it's only in, standard mode, so it's not completely fucking with his mind yet. It's not like he's piloting it in destroy mode. Yet. Well, he can only activate destroy mode if a new type is piloting it, remember?
Mm.
She can't one-shot, but you know what? Vivian with the upgrades is actually healing at least half their HP.
We're gonna go Vivian Boomerang.
Also, I know I've said I'm normally not a fan of bulky mobile suits. Castraya here is an exception.
Mm-hmm.
It's bulky, but it's evened out so well with the wings. It works so well as, like, a successor to the Jubilee. And the fact that it not just uses the wings for funnel holsters, but for thrusters. Like, the bulk is actually used to the advantage, and it's not just there to be bulk.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike, say, She Gundam. And I've said this a couple times this stream. Fucking Sawano music. Perfection.
Can't go wrong.
Wow. Ange is at a point, I think she could start using her, techniques for, Vilcus.
Good.
Hey.
Let the rage of bisexuals run course through you, Ange.
Wait, what?
Let the rage of bisexual energy run course through you, Ange.
Yeah, nope. I have nothing I can even say on that. Ange is fucking great. She's batshit insane. Spirits didn't, yes, so he's got charge, so what we're gonna do is charge in, transform back to Getter 1. Rayama should have the power to one-shot something with the Shin Getter. Especially that machine in question is a fucking Jagan. Look at that smile.
Look at that award-winning smile.
Well, can I say one thing I've loved about SR I've noticed with Getter characters? They don't try to emulate the shows with their artwork. Holy!
They just do their...
No, they... Also, look at that Jagan's HP.
Oh.
That
Truly a super robot.
It's just a toy. Yeah, they really do try to emulate Ken Ishikawa's artwork, especially with the way that man drew faces. Like,
so batched it.
I'm not entirely familiar with the Getter manga, but the panels I've seen are gorgeous. The man is really good at expressions. He also gave us he also created a trope that us Giron fans are very familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy spiral eyes.
Yes.
Also, Sean, while I haven't seen him, I have checked the unit list of SRX.
Right.
King Kitan is there.
No. No.
Including Space King Kitan.
No. My heart.
I don't know if I'm ready to see that girl die again. Brad, I will say, I do like the fact that SRT is a post, Gundam fight world for Domon Kashu.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's hysterical. Because it's just passing dialogue with, like, some of the, other people on your, like, who are part of your party. A lot of the girls are like, where's Ray? We all watched your final battle with the Dark Gundam, and it was beautiful and moving. They saw the entire sequence of events. Domon's confession to Rain, her, like, literally jumping, like, bursting out of a metal shell to be caught by him and wrapped up in his cape.
Yep.
And then the, Senkyo Tenyoken love variant.
Mm-hmm.
That was broadcasted to the entire world.
Poor Domon. He will never live that moment down.
I mean, their opinion, they also kind of had, like, bad feelings since Domon was literally traveling on Mars with another woman.
Yeah.
Granted, that woman is Allenby. She doesn't count.
Yeah.
Because she's just as fight crazy as Domon. Also, I gotta say, I thought Rayama's actor had my favorite deliveries for lines in this game. Vivian's is pretty good. Especially with how she says boomerang.
Mm-hmm. I think my actual body just went no to that.
45. I mean, my voice is starting to crack a little bit. I need to... After this, I'm going to take a break to go get a drink.
Hydrate before you dihydrate, my dude.
I am already dead inside. That's my secret. I've already dehydrated. They really don't like Vivian.
How shameful, for she is best girl.
I mean, so far, yeah. I mean, she's been the happy-go-lucky one of the Crosshand team. And she gave us the best level of this entire game.
Mm-hmm.
With Boltakud. Oh, and there's Edson Riddy. Why am I not surprised that that Jared just immediately beelined for Camille?
That tracks.
Yeah.
From everything that I've heard, that just tracks.
Yeah. Jared is Camille's equivalent of Char.
Yeah. He's trying.
He is Camille is very much trying. He needs to get over his fear of the Zeta. Like, that's the main thing Camille needs to do right now. Which... Ooh. Wait, is this a permanent change in the NTD? Yeah, Unicorn... There's no time limit warning. It is green. Oh! Yes! I get to show off one of my favorite things that happens to Unicorn Gundam. I behold the best funnels to ever exist.
Let's see this.
Shield funnels!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, those are freaking awesome.
Yeah, Unicorn Green mode is fucking insane. Also, I don't think I mentioned this. Unicorn doesn't have a traditional head Vulcan. They're energy Vulcans.
His energy Vulcan.
You know what, Jared? You're in really good range for a get to change attack. Oh, fuck you, no. No, I'm not doing that if that guy's gonna take the hit. Fuck no. Bad. Get out of here. Bad. Bad. And I know we've gushed this about a lot, though, but God, the Crosshand suits have some really good animation.
Question, what... Is Ruri close to becoming an ace?
Fuck no.
Okay.
I didn't even deploy the Nadesco this run.
The reason I'm asking is this actually would give the Nadesco an upgrade. If you get
from my notes, it was saying
ace
it's an
by the
early
end of this
upgrade.
scenario.
Though that might be me mixing up stuff with SRX again.
Possibly.
Or SRT in this case. Because I mentioned it in the LEGO Star Wars one about the secret ending for V being hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but the one I was thinking of with the machine at low HP, that's SRX.
Okay.
I failed to do it on my current run. It is hard. Okay, Omaro's in full swing. Do-do-do-do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I will say, because this is the last time we're going to... how to say this? Shin Getter is actually going to get nerfed the next time we see it.
Yeah.
Because in SRT, it is their starting mech. But it does get replaced at the end, apparently, with the one me and you are more familiar with at this point.
Right.
The Shin Getter Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have a feeling that's the Shin Getter Dragon is going to be in this game, and I have a feeling its combo attack is the only one we're missing from Getter. Has anyone put real damage into Riddy? But I want Riddy to be taken out by Meridia and Grenage or Sue. For now, let's... I don't want to use Soul because I run the risk of accidentally killing him with Sosuke. Then Angel take out the last of their standard forces. Out of range for the shield funnels, so just gotta get close. Yeah, that's the thing he's pointing out. He really does not want to be a new type. He keeps going on, he's not a new type. But the fact that he is in a unicorn
means that he is a new type.
Also, this is Banshee Noir, and also, God, that horn. That's Banshee Nord, but look at that fucking horn. I like the underbarrel grenade launcher.
Can't accept new humanity that are suited to space.
Oh, that's cool. As unicorns flying around, the shield funnels are around it. That's cool. See. Renager have... No, he does not have Mercy. No, okay, I'm gonna create a suspense state because I want to see. I have the potential to do this and get the SR point. If he keeps... Yeah, you won't lose to some machine, yet if you keep acting the way you are going to lose to this machine. The fact that he's so close-minded about this just shows Banshee is winning. The yellow and red lights of the Unicorn and Banshee is dangerous. The main goal for them is green, or blue if you're capable of getting to it. So we've only seen blue once. What the fuck are you talking about? I think he's starting to confuse himself with Minerva. Okay, with that, because of what I did with Omaro, there was no way he could get the kill. Wait. Camille just activated the biosensor. John, I think Camille's about to use the same attack that put him in the coma.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear it? Can't you hear the voices of the dead? They are both constantly haunted by the ghost of 4. 4 had a thing for both of them. If I remember correctly. Here we go. It's the full power of the Zeta Gundam. I'll be honest, seeing him grab his shield and gun before flying off was pretty cool. It's a simple animation, but it's a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
A machine that reacts to human emotion. Yeah, the issue is Camille became consumed by the voices, so he lost his own grip of all. Basically, he became buried under everyone else, the ghosts of the dead.
He lost himself.
This time, he's more sure of himself. I am me, I am not a vessel, just for the desire of others. Understanding each other and becoming one are different. Setsuna is very well aware of that because he runs the same risk with the Quanta. Char would be very happy to see Camille like this. Okay, here comes some more G. Oh no! That's a red suit. That's a red mobile suit.
Uh-oh.
Full frontals here. Get to the point, full frontal. Okay, of course, he wants the colony laser. He wants nuclear deterrent. He wants to be like, we have big gun, surrender and listen to us. And here's what sets Full Frontal apart from Char. Char wanted everyone to come to space, to let the Earth heal and everything. Full Frontal wants humanity to rot on Earth. Or those who have stayed on Earth to rot there. They will continue fighting with Dr. Hell and his ilk. Yeah, Dr. Hell has just been doing his own fucking thing this whole time. We've kind of ignored him. That's why they joined with the Gamaleons. They want to research their warp technology. There we go. It's not that it will kill humanity, it will kill its potential. There's no future in his method.
Mm-hmm.
And this is exactly the thing, like, for example, that Eolia Shenberg would never have wanted with the mobile suit, with his Gundams. Because he's never resolving conflict like that doesn't mean it's going to go away. Instead, it's just bringing those seeds out into space. It was overcoming just that problem that allowed humanity to go into space in the first place. Those who, as I say, inherit the stars. Bless you.
Thank you.
And, yeah, no, Camille understands full frontal better than anyone. Even better than Omaro. Because he's not Char, he's a vessel. He's a perfected version of what happened to Camille.
Mm-hmm.
Humans should remain human.
Don't lose what you are.
Yeah. Like, the potential new types appeared way too early.
New types are essential to the development of humanity, but it's too soon.
That's actually something that gets brought up heavily. Zeon Daiku, the one who wrote the new type theory that we've seen come true, his ideology was twisted and fucked up by the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's a whole thing behind new types. He wants to turn Bernager Lynx into a vessel like him. I do. Let us greet the end at the place where it all began. It is appropriate for Access to be the location for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Full Frontal's whole thing was he was going to end the war by just trapping humanity on Earth. Or at least those who don't want to leave. I think there are problems with Minerva's solution too, but I'll get into those when we get to Laplace's box.
Mm-hmm. Every solution has its own mess of issues.
Yeah, I personally think Minerva's is a bit of a slap in the face to the theme and ideology behind Mobile Suit Gundam. Because her solution runs contradictory to what Gundam always teaches for its solutions. I'll go into what it is when we actually get to it. If we get to it in this side, I don't know if it's going to be on this side or during the split. This stream went... Actually, I'll be honest. This stream started later than I intended. Mostly because, I had issues getting today's video up. YouTube seems to be having issues letting people upload. It's not just me. I've seen complaints from even Lucajin, actually. That it's just not letting certain people upload. I think their servers are doing some tomfuckery again.
Sounds about right.
I know I am really just feeding kills to the Vangnex at this point, but at this point it's like, I just want to get done this level.
Yeah.
These end of... Because I think this is the end of a chapter. These levels always get kind of crazy with their units, which makes sense. They're kind of like this game's equivalent of boss fights. Okay, let's see if we can get Arbalest in there. Fucking Arbalest one-shotting shit again.
Good to be back.
It's so good to have... Well, I keep saying Args. The Levitant. This thing is so good. Actually, yeah, no. Zeon is no member of the Zeon, like, hierarchies ever had a personal guard. That's actually something I never thought about before. Holy shit. I guess it's just another one of those things that makes Full Frontal different. Just take out as many of their machines as I can. Oh, I think I've hit an issue. Vangnex can't move anymore.
Oops.
Is there anything I can do? No, there's nothing I can do, because nothing I have restores energy. I'll just have the Omaro pick it up. Because I don't want to leave it out there with no energy for Full Frontal to attack. Oh, he's beeline. I just noticed, I think his token moves faster on the board. If that is the case, that's hysterical.
You are going zoomy, though.
I am, but like, of all of them, his seems to move faster.
It's only because it's a red dot.
The red ones go faster! Just like, the purple ones are sneakier. Does anyone have snipe? Let's start taking down full frontal with everything. There we go. Ooh, a Haro. Of course you did, because you're fucking you're making the same mistakes Char made. Yeah, because it's not your identity. You're not Char. Huh? Huh? This is new. Oh. Oh, I can appreciate that. That final shot is a recreation of the final shot of RX-78.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shot that Gundam ended on. Because the last shot of... Yeah, the last shot of Gundam was him aiming the beam rifle straight up, head missing, arm gone, and just a blind shot at Char. He knows the meaning of Laplace's box. That is not good. What happened with the And the Federation has taken the colony laser. Fuck.
Well, shit.
And Dr. Hell has started an offensive on Earth. Double shit. And then triple shit. We got Embryo on AD.
So what's more important right now?
As much as I like to say, Dr. Hell, if we send back Oh, I'm gonna wait and see how the teams are being split up before I make my decision.
Okay.
The Three Sisters of Access. Gee, I wonder who that one's about.